Hello, everyone. I've got Aditya Kasana here with us today. He's the founder of Josh Pano, a new social enterprise that makes fabulous titanium glasses and is all about ending blindness. So stick around. You don't want to miss this episode.
Welcome to the Your Mark on the World show with your champion of social good, Devin D. Thorpe.
This episode is made possible via the support of our sponsors, including Johnson & Johnson's Caring Crowd. Addie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Devin. Thanks for having me over here.
It's great to connect with you. It's kind of a fun connection. I always love when I have international guests. Where in England are you today?
So I'm based in Birmingham, United Kingdom. So it's about 3 hours away from London if people don't know where Birmingham is.
Yeah, I've never been there, though I believe I have ancestors from there, which would not surprise you looking at me. But Addie, you have a real flair. I think that's the right word for style. Tell us a little bit about how you settle on this idea of creating these titanium glasses.
So Devin, I always wanted to sort of start my own business. So I really believe that once you wear glasses, it kind of changes one's personality. So it was quite fascinating to me. I've also been quite interested in design. So the only thing which I wanted to do after I graduated from university was to combine my passion of design and glasses. Hence, I launched my titanium collection.
So, Addie, how long ago did you start working on Josh Pano?
So I launched my brand in 2016. So for the first 2 years, I was independent and I was working by myself. And over the last 6 months, I decided to grow my team, and I have two of my colleagues on board who kind of believe in what I'm trying to achieve and the social impact we're trying to make with this company.
Now, tell us about your efforts to prevent or cure blindness. You've got a great partnership set up. Tell us about it.
So I grew up in India, and I was constantly aware of the issues of preventable and avoidable blindness. And I know the cataract was a leading cause. The only issue is cataract surgery costs £30. I think that's about $39. And it's not affordable for many Indians who live on the wage of $1 a day. I wanted to do something about this, and I did some research and I found Citcar, which is the biggest charity in the world for curing eye diseases. And they're based in London, so I contacted them and I was inspired by the cause they were working on, and that helped me forge a partnership with Citcar. So quite interestingly, I had a meeting with Citcar today, and we discussed about the cataract surgery and also other causes, which causes like blindness in tropical countries in Africa.
Excellent, excellent. And you are right now in the middle of a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter to raise money to advance Josh Pano. How's that going?
So it's going very well. I feel like people really believe in what we're trying to offer as a design product, but also the impact we're trying to make. So we're not any other luxury eyewear brand. So we want to redefine access to luxury eyewear while combating global blindness in the process. So that's something really important.
So Addie, you're wearing some of your glasses, some of the Josh Pano glasses. They're beautiful. Tell us about the style, the strategy, the product.
Mm-hmm. Right. So the design influence came from postmodernist design from 1950s and 60s and modern architecture in present day. So what I realized was, like the glasses you're wearing, the D shape and the shape over here, these were commonly made in acetate material. And these shapes were quite trendy in 50s and 60s. But the only problem which I faced was I couldn't find the similar shapes in high quality titanium. So I decided, why not let's design two shapes, D shape and panda shape, which was worn in 60s when titanium eyewear glasses weren't invented. They were invented in 1980s. And bring them back into the market and give them our twist of like modern seamless design. So that's the design influence behind the glasses.
And so what does someone who, what are the opportunities for pledging on Kickstarter? What do you get at all the different tiers there when you pledge?
Right. So one of the most common problem you would face with Japanese titanium eyewear, I'm not sure if it's a problem, but the reality is Japanese titanium eyewear are considered to be the best in the world. But the only issue is they cost $500 to $600 in the market, and then you have to pay quite a lot for the lenses. What we want to do with this collection is to offer them directly to our customers without the middleman's margin. So this is not your usual price-driven direct-to-consumer business model. Rather, we're going for the highest quality eyewear and making them affordable to our customers. So the reward tires, which we offer, is £99. I think that's about £125, super early bird, which is available at the moment to take advantage of. And there are some other different tiers as well at £109, £119, and some packages which are like you can group 2 glasses for £199, and that's about $230, $240. So what's more interesting is that we do offer these frames with prescription lenses, thin 1.61 prescription lenses, all included at this price point, which I feel like you cannot get anywhere else in the world at the moment.
Wow, that's exciting for people who appreciate the beauty of these glasses. How did you connect with the Japanese manufacturer? That seems like a bit of a trick from Birmingham.
Yeah, so the way I met Japanese manufacturers was in Italy, which sounds unusual, but a lot of these manufacturers, they come to Italy and Paris to promote themselves. So that's where I also met my Italian manufacturers, which I used to launch my first collection for Joshpano. So I met them over there, and I knew the history of Japanese craftsmanship, which is they've been making the best glasses in the world for the last 100 years. And it took me a bit of convincing to actually get them on board to sort of work with a small startup, because they're more used to working with larger brands and of much higher quality. So that took me a bit of convincing, but once I was over that hurdle, I began designing my frames in collaboration with my friend who's a designer. And finally, I made some prototypes and decided it's about time that I should launch this collection to the world and let them take advantage of this offer.
It's a fantastic strategy. So you are really having a lot of success with this. What are you most proud of having accomplished so far?
So with Joshpano, I've been quite proud of what we've achieved in the sense of design and the people who backed us so far on the Kickstarter campaign. The most thing which makes me really proud is that by doing this business, Joshpano, I'm able to do something which I'm really like, I really like doing, and this makes me quite happy, and I think that keeps me going through hard times as well, which normally everyone faces when they're running a business.
You know, you've probably learned some really powerful lessons in your career so far, especially with this project. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned so far?
So I think the most important lesson I've learned with this project, as in with the Joshpano brand, is to just make sure that one should focus completely on providing high quality while being mindful of the environment. So every pair we design, we make sure it's sustainable at the same time as high quality and also doing something good to the world.
Fantastic. Now, Addy, you could do the glasses without the Citcar project in India. Why did you feel like that was so important to do?
So it all started about 6 months ago. Me and my colleague were just discussing about his work with this company called Homies in Australia, where they employ homeless people, they train them and they give them jobs. And it was kind of quite inspiring. And I started telling him about the issues of cataract which happens in India, that there's 20 million people affected by cataract. And it's so frustrating that this is a curable blindness. It could be cured with a 20-minute surgery, but there's nothing which has been done about it. There's a lot of marketing done for like malaria and HIV, but there's not much done for the eye diseases, which could be cured and change someone's life. And I think at that point, we decided, I think it's about time we do something about this and find a charity to partner with and work alongside and make some difference in the world.
Fantastic. Addy, what would you say is your superpower?
So I think my superpower is being optimistic that every world problem can be solved with the right mindset and solid plan. I feel like another problem which we'll be facing is the global food crisis, and but that could be solved through vertical farm buildings. So I feel like design can definitely solve some problems as well, and we're a design company, so we're always looking out for different ways of how we can help.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Addy, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. Before you go, will you take a minute to tell people how to find this Kickstarter campaign, how they can connect with you personally, how they can learn more about Josh Pano?
Absolutely. The way you can find the Kickstarter campaign is through, if you just simply type Josh Pano, F-A-N-O, Josh as in J-O-S-H, on Kickstarter, and you would see the title with Discover the World's Finest Eyewear on Kickstarter. Through that, you'll be able to back the project and get one of the best glasses.
Fantastic.
Other way you can contact me is through dropping an email at hello@joshpano.co.uk if you have any other questions.
Fantastic. Well, again, Addy, we really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. We wish you every success with your crowdfunding campaign and your efforts to end and prevent blindness.
Thanks, Devin. Thanks a lot.
All righty. Let's do some good.
At Caring Crowd, we believe everyone has the power to make a difference. Through our crowdfunding platform for community health, we empower passionate people to drive real change. Whether you work for a nonprofit organization, volunteer, or want to get involved for the first time, you can post a campaign on Caring Crowd. Join us, because caring is where change begins.
Thank you for listening. Devin Thorpe's mission is to end extreme poverty, improve global health, and mitigate climate change before 2045 by finding and sharing the stories of those who are doing the most good. You can join with other listeners to accelerate Devin's mission by visiting helpdevin.org right now.